I've got some events coming up in March, which
Yeah.
means I'll move from Pattaya, Bangkok, Hua Hin, Koh Phangan.
Tell us about the event.
Okay, so I like making things possible that perhaps people in the past said were not possible.
Mm.
And I realized once you get that target, I just loved it. And maybe 6 years ago, I bought a British boxer over Frank Bruno, and just because I had a media business, I went, "Oh, that makes sense.
Yes.
I've got the reach." And I really like the idea of doing something so that it's fun for people. And so Frank Bruno come and we've done a series of shows,
Okay.
and it was cool. And I made a bit of money out of it as well. And I went,
Yes.
and I got a buzz out of it. Was
Spending
cool.
time with Frank.
Well, no, I just got a buzz. You turn
Yeah.
up and there's 100 people that turn up at this
Oh, yeah.
event, and they have this buffet and this boxers travel from the UK. And this wouldn't have happened unless I
Yeah.
dreamt it.
Beautiful.
And then the guy in the UK rang me and was giving me other names. I went, "Oh, boring." I said, "What about Tyson Fury?" And Tyson Fury at the time was still WBC boxing heavyweight champion.
Yes.
He went, "You're crazy. Forget about it. He's active." I said, "Go and find the price." And he come back with the price. I know, maybe I can do. And it was in my head. Oh, I wonder if I could get Tyson Fury to Thailand.
Yeah.
And I couldn't let it go. And my wife, like, she hates it when I try these things because often I'm spending money and sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I got a price and I found some sponsorship. And all of a sudden it was possible. Tyson Fury was coming, but the stress for this was huge because he was due to fight. And he wouldn't sign a contract that said if he was due to fight, I had lots of sponsorship in place, and some of the sponsors were saying, "We're flying people over from all over the world. You need to sign a personal liability that if Tyson Fury doesn't come, that you'll cover all these costs of the flights," which was something like 2 million baht. It was when I'm never signing that, I'll go bankrupt. And then it becomes so deep that I couldn't get out of the contract.
Okay.
And I lost 2 million sponsorship.
Okay.
Because of this. Anyway, it happened. I didn't lose money, but Tyson Fury come awesome. Like, you got like this heavyweight champion, awesome, turned up at the airport, and the stress and I remember, and I was really stressed because I had to use some of my kids' education money to up front.
Okay.
And I went, "Oh, this just feels bad. This feels like I've gone too far."
Yeah.
I remember, and normally my wife would be livid with me, but she just knew that I was like stressed, so she backed off. And at the end of the event, I made money. I made some money, not as much as I should have done for a big star like this, but I didn't lose. And I went up on the hotel roof and I sat there and I had a beer, and that beer tasted great. And I just felt like, yes, I've done it.
Yeah,
for all the stress.
That feeling, yeah, that is.
And this is
most beautiful feeling.
Yeah, and this is when you realize, because you're testing to yourself, you can do anything you want in this world. Anything, really, you can.
Yes.
Just know what you need to do and then work out how to get there. And yet, by the same token, I've got my mates that are sitting back home doing nothing with their life. And so now I've got I had Nigel Benn, another boxer, come over earlier in the year. Just really good fun again. You're traveling around Thailand and at one part you're in a Pattaya event. Next day you're up, you pack everything. You get to Hua Hin, you go to the hotel, you set everything up, straight into the next event.
Yes.
Next day you're up, you're down to Koh Phangan, you get there at 5 o'clock and you're straight into the event. Like it's just like, and my brother came with me on some of it, and he went, "That was amazing." So now he's coming back with his friend, and they're going to do the whole 4 tour.
Oh, really?
Because he realised, this is like what you've created. You're getting to travel across Thailand with, and I love boxers.
Okay.
So when people say bring footballers, not interested. I like football, but I'm not interested. I have a lot of, this is like for my personal. I was interested in these guys. I had a lot of respect for what they've done. And so you're hanging out with them, and I'm with Nigel Benn, and I'm driving him everywhere, and become really good friends. And we now talk on the phone, and Conor Benn, who's on TV, he's on my WhatsApp, and we chat sometime. And it's not that I'm holding them in higher regard. It's just saying you can open the doors and connect with, you can make anything possible.
Have to jump outside your comfort zone.
Just try it.
Totally. Who else is on your list to get here? Or who else would you
Well, I keep telling myself every year that I'm going to stop doing it because it's like too much stress, and I should. And for the effort and against reward, maybe in the other jobs I'm doing, I could be doing better. But then I justify it in terms of it builds brand credibility for Dan About Thailand because there's lots of signage there.
Yeah,
it's very important that Dan About Thailand as an influencer channel is not just another influencer channel.
Authentic.
I told you earlier, I'm just about to launch Dan About Thailand beef burgers to put into restaurants, so there can be Dan About Thailand beef burger meals, which means I get point of sale Dan About on the desks and wholesale. I can monetize it. I can leverage the brand, and just that brand becomes so strong and it just reconfirms to me you can do whatever you want.
Mm.
Think done about Thailand burgers like crazy.
Yeah.
Done about Thailand bringing Tyson Fury over and doing an event that he shouldn't be doing. Like
Yes.
crazy. Yet still doing full-time work and other jobs. I've got money invested in tech. I've got a full-time job in property and that.
Mm.
And I do not, and my extra work does not come at the expense or compromising the effort I put into that. I just make the time for everything where other people might be lazy.
And one thing that you said previously that you actually love and enjoy it, and that feeling that when you had that beer, that tasted like the greatest beer ever.
Yeah, but at the time I went never again because I've done that now. It's too stressful. And then what did I do? Then I went, okay, how can I better that? I can't beat Tyson Fury. Okay, well, I'll do 3 events on this next tour.
Okay.
And then I went, how can I beat that? Okay, I'll do 4 events. So over 5 days, running 4 events across Thailand. It's awesome.
And then, like you just says, oh, never again. But then you look back at it, you settle down, have a month off, and then you go, no, actually, let's go again.
Yeah, and this is the problem with life. You know what I just said to you? I can't work out what's the real Dan. Is it Dan on the beach that I want to do sometimes? Or is it Dan going crazy doing all these things? And that's why it's so important to be in control of your brain. And once your brain knows where it is and it's in a good space, you wake up and you're in a bad mood and you feel just bad for no reason. Of course, you don't want to be doing crazy ideas. Maybe that's when you want to sneak off onto a beach. And this is where people make bad life decisions. Oh, my parents have just died. What option are you going? You know, you need to go, well, take a bit of time, take a break before you do it. Chill out, get your brain back, make some sensible decisions here. And I also, people say, well, it's all about balance. Yeah, I'm not buying that either. I don't buy balance. Tyson Fury would never have been world champion if he said it's all about balance. I'll have a little bit of beer here. I'll have a bit. You have to be all in.
Yes.
If you want
focus,
to really achieve.
You got to think of how much focus and energy you're putting into that goal. Where you're going.
There's so many stories. And because of my background sales, I realize you can influence and shape and push anyone in any direction you want, and the world will do it as well.
Yeah.
It's not about balance. I don't want to drink beer anymore. I want to give up because I think having some beer in my life is more negative. I gave up smoking. What's balance? Oh, it's all right. I'll smoke sometimes.
Have a bit of everything. Yeah.
Okay, well, where are you going to end up in your life then?
Ask yourself, whatever you have, content, relationships, food, drink, how does it make you feel after you finish it? How has it left you? Has it raised your self-esteem or has it made you feel depleted?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Ask yourself and then correct that behavior and do your best to minimize it and get rid of it.
Yeah, but we all take the short-term prizes. Oh, I'm going to have a beer because... And I love a beer. Why? Well, because it's my birthday celebration. Oh, because I'm unhappy. Oh, because I'm tired. Because I'm this. Okay, basically any reason you love a beer. Yeah, I love it. You know, you justify it. And I have this argument with my wife because she would always justify it.
Yeah.
So why do you never justify going to the gym? So I'll say, I'm going to go to the gym because I feel lousy. Because when I come out of the gym, I feel better. I'm going to go to the gym because I need to make my body fit. I'm going to go to the gym. We make all these excuses to do the things like, I'm going to fill my face with food. I hate the fact that why is celebration and meeting people all based around filling your faces with food and drink? When people come over to Thailand, oh, let's go out for a meal and eat. Why can't we go rock climbing?
Yeah.
Why can't we go for a run? Why can't we? And so it annoys me how important drink and stuff in our faces is in the world.